Alrighty, here we go. Welcome everyone to Division D West. Today I have a really cool game for us. We have all random, all middle-aged against lowered expectations. These teams are currently at the top of their division and are tied with 10 points each. So this should be a pretty cool matchup. Let's see if I can get the this command to work. Oh, darn it. What is the command? First ban from lowered expectations. Gonna target that Sylvanas. Very nice. Yeah, there it is. All random, all middle age, who I will probably start referring to as ARAM pretty quickly to save my voice a few syllables. Taking out that Alarak, so definitely a target ban onto lowered expectations there. Not wanting to see the scary Alarak. Vala, next ban by lowered. So quite a few targeted bans here. It's going to end up leaving open a lot of your typical heroes. So you're going to, depending on what ARAM bans here, you might see, well, we're going to see a lot of the healers available, as well as no tanks are banned yet as well. So Johanna still up. Johanna banned. Okay, so no Johanna. No Johanna, but everyone else and all of the typical healers are available. But Pterosaur going to lock in that Li Ming. Li Ming is a force to be reckoned with on Battlefield of Eternity. Get it? Because she uses like force abilities. And then ARAM taking the Chromie. So both teams early picking their like poke mage for this map. So very nice. Love to see it. ARAM also picking up the Blaze. Blaze is by far I don't know, he's an S tier flexible hero. Could be the main tank, could be the off lane. Provides so much and doesn't give much away in terms of the draft. So really liking the order of these drafts so far. However, neither team picking up any of their auto attack race heroes just yet. Maybe saving those as a flex. There it is. All right, Devo picking up that Greymane, and Malfrec's going to be on the Deckard this game. So lowered expectations showing. Well, okay, we may have a slight error. Let's see what happens, or a disconnection. So we will remake the lobby, I think. False start. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll be back into this as soon as we can. I think it must have been just a simple disconnect, as far as I know. I think everything was set up correctly in the lobby. But either way, We'll be back in it shortly. Everyone's joining. Looks pretty good. We may have one person may have to restart their game or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, just a little client crash. Hopefully won't take too long to fix, and we'll be right back at it. All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. We'll see if the teams decide to go through the same motions that they did previously. I would assume that they will, but I guess that is up to them. Yeah, so it should be no problem here. Gonna speed ahead to where we were in the draft, about halfway through. First pick Ming, I believe it was.
This realm needs me.
Need a light.
Blaze with the Chromie was the original. Yep.
Here we go again.
Deckard and the Greymane. Okay, cool. So we are back on track. This is the same draft as we had previously. No problems. A Nubarak being banned out by the side of all random, all middle-aged. I wonder if that could signify a potential Stitches pick, or maybe it's just a ban onto a hero that would benefit lowered expectations quite a lot. A Nubarak having the double stuns in his base kit without it, non-ult kit, can set up quite a bit of burst from the this follow-up that lowered expectations is already showing. Lowered expectations, however, is squeezing that that burn hero, so banning out that Raynor. All right, Rhaegar Murden picked up. So for ARAM will have the very last C and be able to see the entirety of Lowered Expectations team in order to pick up that flex. So, ooh, nice Rexar picked up by Kid Canuck. And ETC played by Dingo. So there you have it. There is your Lowered Expectations team going into game 1 here. Maybe some comfort picks, definitely some damage, some burst, some pick potential, and race. So, yeah, quite a lot of, quite a decent draft for a Battlefield of Eternity comp. So let's see what the final pin is for all random, all middle-aged. Tychus it is. So all random, all middle-aged, not leaning too heavily into the race, I don't think. I think this will be more of a team fight comp and a siege comp rather than having the... They definitely won't have... Unless I'm mistaken, they won't have the faster pure race, as Greymane and Li Ming just do quite a bit more pure race than Chromie Tychus. But not to say that ARAM's Immortal Burn is slow. It's just I think they're looking for more team fight stuff. So let's get into it. All right, on the left side, we have all random, all middle-aged. We have Salza picking up that Chromie. We have Muffin Man playing that Rhaegar. Modus trolling on the Muradin. Poppin' Fresh going to be on that Blaze. And we have Barber taking that last pick, Tychus. For the side of lowered expectations, we have Kid Canuck on that Rexar. Misha is Misha. Malfrex picking up that Deckard. Terrasar. Who are you, Terrasar? Terrasar picking up the Li Ming. Devo picking up that Greymane. Who did I miss? I missed somebody. Dingo playing ETC, I think. There we go. Rexar staying bottom for the moment. Going to help his team scout these bushes a little bit, while Blaze is going to have a little bit of priority on the lane up top, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, Rexar is going to be up there in plenty of time to grab Soak. Let's take a little look at the early talents picked. We have Force Armor picked up by Li Ming. Block Party on the ETC. Tychus going for a little grenade build at level 1 at least, and Rhaegar going for a totem. So, also Perfect Storm picked up by Muradin. Let's see at level 4 if that turns into kind of a... Is it level 4 or level 7 where it turns into a... It could potentially turn into a race Muradin build, which is kind of fun to use. You can hit the Immortal for like 1,300 damage later. Welcome, Spudmax, and I know code FOO. Devo deep in enemy lines, doing a lot of damage, but Barber holding his ground, going for that grenade as Greymane has a swipe out there. No kills, and just, you know, just kind of testing each other, seeing who's willing to stay in that fight. ETC slides in, but does not hit. Gonna have to back out now as he takes a lot of Chromie damage. Barber getting it to 300 health, but not enough to kill him. So far, Rexar is doing a good job at keeping Poppin' Fresh's HP bar fairly low. I wouldn't expect this to turn into a kill. Blaze is pretty hardy and able to self-sustain if he so wishes, so... Devo getting really aggressive just in the face of ARAM here, as lowered expectations bullies their way into taking this bottom fourth. This is an early camp going through for, or at least it's started pretty early on ARAM's side. So let's see what they are able to do with that, if they hold it or what. If they get it too early, there's a chance that lowered expectations can clear it before... Yeah, so they are going to go ahead and wisely hold it for a little while. Poppin' Fresh still staying a little low, but... Oh, goes in looking for that Misha stun. And... See, if he wants to be healthy for the Immortal, he'll have to back or tap. Or he might just stay. Poppin' Fresh may decide to just stay for some soak, being that it is early game. Yeah, no problem. Love to cast, especially the two top of the division teams. So happy to be here. ARAM going straight onto the race and actually winning the race in that initial burst with Modus Trollin running a little interference on the bottom. However, there will be a siege camp pushing top. It won't push, you know, all that quickly, so there might be plenty of time to clear it out. ARAM not being too worried about it. ARAM doing as much burning as they possibly can, and will secure the first immortal. So big body slam, body stun going on to ETC, and that is a dead ETC. So nice follow-up, nice CC chain there by ARAM. As the immortal, with about 40% shield, will come in bottom, and we'll see how much value. Devo getting super low here, following all those Chromie. Yeah, Chromie set that those breaths up just right to follow the Gray Man and get that kill. So well done there. That is the first 2 kills going over on the side of ARAM, and level 7 picked up early as well. The Immortal moving past that wall, and I suspect this will get about half of the fort, maybe not the whole thing. But ARAM is playing quite aggressively, so a little bit more than half, quite a bit. That fort looks almost ready to sneeze on to knock it down. What other talents we have? We have In the Rhythm picked up by Tychus, so going to try to stack that duration for his trait there. And then going back into more of a grenade build after that. What else do I see here? We have Thick Skin and Quicksilver Bullets picked up by the Grey Mane. ETC going for that Echo Pedal and Loudspeakers. Interesting. Loudspeakers pretty standard, I feel like. But I don't always see Echo Pedal. Chromie going for the time trap slow, and then the allies will gain movement speed instead of going for the multiple time traps at 4. So a little bit less vision, less opportunities to control. Ooh, Misha gets a little bit too shot up by towers there. But, you know, this Chromie, this level 4 Chromie, picked up, ARAM picks up another kill on the Grey Mane. Grey Mane, his aggression may be causing him to take too much damage there. Rexar going, I don't know anything about any Rexar build, but if anyone does, he's going Hunter-Gatherer and Aspect of the Beast there. Nice time stop on a Pterosaur. Pterosaur gets super low. This Chromie is doing a very good job in setting up these kills. There's a contact stun. Pterosaur still trying to get out, has very little health, does finally fall. Lowered Expectations tried everything they could to keep Li Ming from getting blown up there, but it just was not quite enough. There was enough follow-up, especially after that Blaze body stun. Contact stun. Chromie going for that time loop and brings Kid Canuck here, and that will be Misha and the Misha Master going down. So with the Deckard being picked up early on Lowered Expectations side, I suppose it was picked up after the Chromie, but still, Chromie's able to take Temporal Loop without worrying about a cleanse. Yeah, there will be no cleanses for those Temporal Loops. Only you have to defend when the person arrives. In fact, I don't know that anybody has any Unstoppables for it either that I can remember. Maybe Rexar if he goes faint, death, you know, where he pretends to be dead. So a little bit of race going down on both sides, but I think it's going to be... Oh, it's pretty close, but I think ARAM's going to just get the Immortal down before Lowered Expectations is, but that... Misha goes down at the end of that fight. So far, it is a 6-0 kill game for all random, all middle age. So going into the mid game here, very well set up by ARAM. They are controlling the team fights, getting the kills they need, and picking away. So Dingo gets a little bit low there, has to back out. Odin is popped to try to help burn down this fort as quickly as possible. I think the fort will definitely go down with all this siege coming in. And bottom goes down as well. Pop and Fresh able to gather that one up. It had hardly any health. Immortal getting pretty low. Modus trolling, hopping in, trying to slow Devo there, but Devo gets past the wall just fine. And yep, we'll move forward from there with a 1-level lead for all random, all middle-aged, and a little bit of map control. Well, actually, a lot of bit map control with 2 forts down. And Lowered Expectations is kind of at the point where they're going to have to try to make something happen here. A big stage dive goes through. Dingo slides out, but gets pulled back in by the temporal loop. So try to make a little bit of a play there, but Chromie was not having it and brought him back for that. Malfrex, the next one in danger. Let's see if Deckard can tank his way out of here, but no, it's a lot of damage going through. Li-Ming doing some poke on the back, but that is another 2 kills going over for all random, all middle-aged. As even with 2 down, it looks like Lowered Expectations trying to quickly burn this Shaman camp, and they are able to with that Greymane fast clear. Gonna go ahead and take that Shaman camp, make sure it's not stolen from them. I don't think that it'll be able to do that much, because as it progresses here before the objective spawns, I would think that ARAM will be able to clear that up pretty quickly as Pop and Fresh starts on it already. Meanwhile, at the bottom, ARAM picking up their second camp. They took the top one, now they took the bottom one, painting the map blue. And they actually, it's timed right if they want this Shaman camp. But I think instead they're taking a more aggressive position here. They have that level 13 advantage. Actually level 14, but yeah, Lowered Expectations just now getting their 13s. So a 2-man defense here for ARAM as Devo and squad move in and try to just burn as quickly as they can. But the same is happening up at the top side. So far this race is very, very close. This time it is Lowered Expectations winning the halftime show. And kind of a neutral split on the Immortals again, so just swapping sides here. Lots going on, and a big stun going out onto Devo and Dingo, and then a Blaze stun going through, followed up by a Rhaegar ult, so great kill onto the Greymane. And ETC falls as well, so that will be ARAM with another 2-0 fight, and I think that should... Oh, Stainwall goes through and gets Pop and Fresh. He has to take a Li-Ming orb to the face for that, but not quite enough to kill. This should be enough distraction, I think, to secure ARAM yet another Immortal. Yep, it will be indeed. Some more brawling going on after the Immortal phase, but Barber going deep to go for a Kid Canuck on the kill here. ETC going to go ahead and stage dive in and try to find something here, but they Lowered Expectations is 4v5 in this current engagement and is going to have to back out. Odin popped, so ARAM's going to stay and make sure Odin gets a little value from popping that and sieging counter to their Immortal. Yeah, so far, all random, all middle age, just kind of controlling the game. It's 10 kills to 0. They are slowly but surely whittling down the keep walls, and they are about a level and a half ahead. So you really couldn't ask for much better of a early to mid game. We'll see if they can close it out. For the side of Lowered Expectations, they will be level 16 before this next objective, I would think. I'm not sure that it will spawn in time for them to miss that window. So this next objective will be their kind of their big opportunity to fight on level ground before level 20. ARAM has a siege camp up here that will slowly push the top lane in and cause a little bit of problems. Yeah, ARAM trying to force that level 16 to 15 fight. Dingo is going to be pulled back here. And a bunch of follow-up stuns, and that's a blown-up ETC. So ARAM making very good use of the temporal loop, and Lowered Expectations' inability to cleanse it is really hurting them. I think there's several kills have been because they were not able to avoid being temporal looped. So that is 16s going over for Lowered Expectations. This is kind of their do or die talent tier, I feel like. Not sure when they need to pull the trigger, but this is when they have even talent tier, even advantage. Try to make a fight happen. Stuns go in onto Barber on that Tychus, but Tychus staying healthy enough. Half health there only. Tychus not electing to go for the spell armor. Maybe he feels like he doesn't actually need it. Plenty of protection from his team. Misha goes for a stun onto the Murden and a time stop as well. Then a stay in while and listen. Everyone's, I think, woken up at this point. Blaze uses bunker. A lot's going on in this fight. Devo gets a little bit low, has to back out of that Greymane. Barber using that bunker a little bit. ETC stage diving in the back, looking for Poppin' Fresh hits the stage dive after Dingo lands, but that's going to be a traded kill so far. Devo looking for lots of damage onto Muffin Man, but does fall for it. Muffin Man stays alive. Salza getting low, just barely dodges that orb as Li Ming dies. So, I mean, Lowered Expectations put forth a strong fight there, but the members of ARAM just barely avoiding some of those deaths. Muffin Man and Salza got below 500 health during that fight and were able to avoid actually falling. So well done there. They'll be able to clean this. ARAM will be able to clean this up, in fact, and get a full shield immortal. I can imagine that this it could very well be the game. Just seeing how much siege they have between the Odin, which will be available, and the Chromie siege as well. The wall is already gone, and the keep softened up. The only thing going in favor of Lowered Expectations right now is that ARAM does not have their level 20s. They don't have the, well, I guess Chromie does, but they don't have the big red button or anything like that just yet to help in this game. So there is a chance that Lowered Expectations could defend this, get a few kills, and defend this immortal. The keep will definitely fall. Big slide on a Barber, but Barber takes no follow-up damage, backs out as the Odin is just going to town. Li Ming orbs go in, and yeah, Ancestral used on the Murden. Murden's back up to healthy. Goes in for a counter engage on Dingo. Dingo falls. The shield is gone from the Immortal, but the shield's going to be gone from the core pretty soon as well, as Kid Canuck is getting super low and is probably not going to make it out of this one into the safety of the base there. So, yeah, the shield completely down on the core. I imagine that this will be, unless something crazy happens, this will be ARAM finishing this game up unless they... Yeah, okay. For a second there, it looked a little dangerous, but no, they're going to go ahead and clean it on up, and that'll be our game one, and well done. The side of all random, all middle-aged. Pretty dominant performance there. Really controlling those team fights and making heavy use of the temporal loop of advantage with no cleanse going through. I mean, it's just kind of a classic thing to take advantage of for Chromie, at least, is if you see that the enemy team has no cleanse, then a lot of times you can just temporal loop, and they can't really do much about it other than, you know, try to dive in and really you force them to make the fight after that. So well done there. Li Ming doing a ton of damage from afar, but only one kill actually secured for the side of Lowered Expectations. So yeah, I think that was just a little bit of a draft advantage, and just really tight play by all random, all middle age there. So well done. And we will update this in here and keep an eye out for our next game. I believe that map was picked by all random, all middle age, so they may have had a plan going into it and just knew how to execute it. Their race was actually better than I thought. I think in a vacuum, Lowered Expectations had the faster race with the Greymane and the Li Ming, but in practice and with both teams kind of splitting and defending each other, it did kind of look like it was fairly even. And Aram was able to pick up all of the Immortals. Actually, I don't think that Lowered Expectations was able to grab one. They were winning the race at one point on the third or fourth objective, but after the team fight, weren't able to secure it. I will take a short break from talking at least, and I will rejoin you guys when we have a draft going. So we'll see you then. All right, looks like we're getting close here to the next game. Thank you guys for the follows. I know Code Foo, love that name, by the way, and Spud Max as well. Appreciate the follows. Looks like we will be going to Dragonshire next. Chosen by, I think chosen by Lowered Expectations. So opting to go for the map pick rather than the first pick. I'll expect to see some pretty cool strategies. If they're able to get that Rexar again, you know, Rexar very much likes Dragonshire as a stomping ground.
Dragonshire.
All right, here we go. Into the draft. First pick going to be picked up by first pick and first ban. Going to be on the side of all random, all middle-aged. Okay, first ban going to be the Alarak. Looks like all random, all middle-aged has done their homework, and they decided that they do not want to face any Alaraks tonight. Can't say I blame them. All right, nice. Respect ban going through on the Chromie. Chromie was extremely valuable in that last game. Just really putting down a lot of damage and able to use that temporal loop to great effect. So I tried to make a poll to see earlier to see if Rexar would make it through the ban phase, but I guess we see I don't know, for some reason the timer or the server wouldn't put the poll through in time, but now we see the result, and Rexar indeed does get banned out. All random, all middle-aged, seeing that coming a mile away. And Johanna is the last ban for this first phase. Neither team electing to allow the other a first pick Johanna. So Sylvanas is the coveted first pick position for all random, all middle-aged. Going to be a very strong hero, going to allow a lot of siege potential, as well as crowd control if she goes the mind control or the silence options. Both are pretty deadly in a team fight. Thrall being taken early, as well as the Deckard for lowered expectations. Thrall, not the best wave clear, but also not, you know, terrible at it. So he may be the top laner. But we will see. He also fits in a more of a roaming or a four-man role. So you never know what could happen with Thrall. Ooh, Dahaka picked up by Poppin' Fresh, and Rhaegar by Muffin Man. Very, very strong picks. All the picks from ARAM are basically S tier for their position in one way or another, as far as I'm concerned. Lowered expectations heroes, a little bit more niche, but also dangerous in their own right. So banning out that Murden. So again, another ban from the previous game. So all random, all middle age still needs to pick a tank, and they'll have their flex assassin as well. So they're going to get rid of the Vala. These next two picks for lowered expectations will really show a lot in what their comp intends. You know, in drafts like this, I feel like... Okay, so Kael'thas and Hagar picked up. Very cool. Strong heroes both. Kael'thas, lots of wave clear. Very good teamfight damage. Has a stun as a non-ultimate ability, which is always valuable. And Hagar is arguably... I don't know. He's one of the best offlaners, definitely, and has a very, very high skill ceiling. Good wave clear, can basically do very good mobility, can do basically everything. Ooh, a Genji being picked up by Barber here, and a Nubarak taken by Modus Troll. And so, yeah, so ARAM showing that they will be able to do a little bit of dive here if they so choose. Genji may be used to roam around as well. I don't know. We'll see. The wave clear is kind of in the hands of Lightning Shield and Sylvanas here for the 4-man at least. So I don't know if Dahaka is going to try to double soak. Same goes for the Hagar. No idea if they're going to try to double soak this map or what their strategies are. But either way, we have Mei picked up as the final pick by Dingo, and yeah, good drafts for both sides. I think both teams have what it takes to get kills. They have plenty of wave clear. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. The Genji is very interesting. I wonder what that was as a response to. Maybe feeling like there wasn't enough lockdown shown that he would be in any danger. Could see that. Considering they lowered expectations, didn't pick their tank until last, and it's a Mei, so there's not a lot of like point and click abilities to throw the Genji too far off of his momentum. ARAM is lining up on the top lane here with their Poppin' Fresh, their Dahaka lining up mid. So I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of a Nubarak Sylvanas cheese on the top here. Let's see. This could be interesting. Let's see if Lowered Expectations sniffs it out or not in time to save a tower. Kid Canuck going to go ahead and the Hagar rolling up top quickly, and I think the rest of, at least 4 of Lowered Expectations does see it now, and they're trying to move up and prevent the tower from falling. I think they will. Yeah, they went ahead and saved the tower. That's all you really need to do in that situation. At least you don't lose a structure right away. So well done reacting quickly to that. But still a slight advantage in terms of structure damage, early structure damage for ARAM. But look, top is left alone for the moment, and Kid Canuck is able to almost equalize this just right off the bat. So well done. I missed that first blood, but it looks like maybe Barber and Sylvanas tag teaming, able to kill the Thrall down here. Yeah, I think both of these offlaners will be able to kind of fight each other without too much danger. It's really all about, for Dahaka, I think it's about those tongues, and if he lands a lot of them, is able to get some help from some tower shots, he can be really annoying to the Hagar, but otherwise Hagar is going to do more damage and sustain, at least by a little bit. ARAM going for an invade, and a quick kill picked up onto the Kael'thas. So it looks like that was their plan all along, is to get these, and Mei falls as well. So yeah, really, ARAM is really using their early ability to get these picks. It looks very clean, damage coming through, and then Genji's sliding in there for the final burst that is pretty unavoidable. Blue lasers going down for all random augmentation. They get a very early Dragonite, so this is going to get a little bit of value. I would expect Lowered Expectations to be able to damage this enough to not lose too much, but they also have to deal with this bottom split push. So with a giant camp, so very well split. Lots of pressure already by all random all middle aged. That Sylvanas Likely already tried to shut down a fort or is saving it for a future push, but either way, lots of, I mean, we're 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game, and that's a fort down and mid wall down. So, yeah. All random, all middle-aged, taking no time at all to impose their early game advantage and increase their lead. They're already a level ahead. They'll at this rate, they'll reach level 7 in time to utilize those talents. Oh, I guess I should show talents, huh? That'd be cool. Anubarak doing a little bit of a beetle build. Genji doing that agile dismount with some shuriken mastery going through. Hager doing some dynamite and brute followed by brute force, so not doing any of the rage talents in the level 1, level 4. But instead going for more of this, like, yeah, some stacks going through there. Aram pressuring this keep wall already. Kind of able to do whatever they want at the moment. They're really not getting punished that hard for how far out they're able to push into the team of lowered expectations. Using that level 7 advantage, I suppose, to great effect. This will be a race car to Haka as he gets his stacked up. Enhanced agility, lurker strain, and the basic attacks reduce the tongue cooldown. Kind of a must pick in my opinion. I sometimes wonder if I could get away with something else, but I always feel like it hurts me when I don't have that cooldown reduction on the tongue. So good pickup there.
Take hold of the shrines. Earn the Dragon Knight's power.
Aram looking to bully once again onto this onto this siege giant camp. But does back off for the moment. I wonder what they're just going to go ahead and get the blue lasers rolling before they do anything else. And Lowered Expectations realizes that they have to go defend mid. They don't want to give up another easy dragon. So, yeah, big engage onto Dingo there. He's half health. Genji goes in. X-Strike. The Kael'thas is really far forward and gets blown up there. Did I miss a mind control? He might have been mind controlled there, and I was not looking at the correct... Let me know in the in the chat if that's what happened. I was looking at a different hero, but I suspect that's what happened there to the Kael'thas. So yeah, this is going to be quite a bit of damage going through with this dragon. This one's a little... I mean, it's only 6 minutes in the game, but it's still... I mean, it's significantly stronger than the previous one, and they, you know, all random, all middle-aged is just brutally... Another mind control going through onto the Kael'thas. Big stuns going through, but Spudmax is alive and able to walk out this time. Dingo getting a little low, also able to walk out, so this time no kills for that mind control. But yeah, all random, all middle-aged just brutally pushing. It was a mind control. Yeah, thank you, Press BTO Slice. Yeah, just so much macro pressure, even just on this mid and bottom lane with the Siege Giants, a catapult already with the split from the Dragon. You had Dahaka split soaking in the top lane, and I mean, that amounts to about a 2-level lead and lots of map control already. Daka's a little bit out here. He doesn't have his speed for the burrow yet, so there's a danger of him going down, but Aram is there and ready to re-engage this. Pterosaur will be instead the one to fall as Aram turns this around and really chasing down the members of Lowered Expectations. Yeah, that's 4 there, so maybe Dahaka being a little bit of a... Oh, nice tongue to get that 5th kill. I don't imagine Mei makes it out of this, so... And with that Sylvanas in play, you can immediately shut down this keep, and it becomes very dangerous here. I don't think that they end just yet, but I mean, this keep is definitely going down. Just so much value, just for all that started because Poppin' Fresh on his Dahaka was just kind of milling about in the middle, and it's difficult to kill a Dahaka. Modus Trollin does get CC'd though, and Lowered Expectation is a little bit mad about that last, perhaps mad about that last engage, and gets their revenge onto the Anubarak, but not before their middle keep falls, and the bottom keep is very, very low as well. So, yeah, still very much a all random, all middle-aged controlled game. It is 9 kills to 1 as well. Lots of mercenary camp experience advantage for ARAM, as well as a little bit of passive experience and minions. They have minions is actually pretty close, so it's mostly hero, merc, and passive. From killing structures early, you get that a little bit bonus passive experience. Genji goes into the back line here, immediately onto the Kael'thas. Uses X-Strike, and it hurts! Spudmax has... he does fall. About 90 health trying to walk away, and the Deckard falls as well. Lots of just... oh, man. This is starting to look really brutal, these engages that all random, all middle age is putting together. And I imagine that they're going to get another dragon here. In fact, they're confident enough to where they... even though they have the blue lasers, they're going to take this camp first and then move back. Barber going to teleport over there and dash over there, I should say. Pick up the Dragonite. They're even moving up to go ahead and take care of the top fort, which, you know, is not strictly necessary, but I suppose why not? That will, however, give Lowered Expectations a little bit of time to kind of damage the D-Knight as much as they possibly can, getting it pretty low here before... yeah, the Dragon Knight not able to do a whole lot more than just finish off that bottom keep. In the meantime, though, ARAM is moving into the top keep, so maybe just trying to do a, I don't know, what do you call it? Conquer everything strategy. You just take everything, all keeps, all towers, and slowly move it in towards the core. Kid Canuck moves in the back line and does a nice shockwave, and they do get the kill onto the Sylvanas, but he is really low health now, the Hogger. I mean, oh, he picks up a couple Deckard potions, and so that's 2 kills for Lowered Expectations. Nice turn here. Stay While Listen catches Poppin' Fresh, and that'll be Poppin' Fresh falling as well. So that is a 3-for-0 turnaround. Well fought by Lowered Expectations there. Hogger engaging that confidently and going for, you know, getting followed up by his team, and was able to secure that death bridge fight for his side. That is definitely what they needed to start this turnaround. It's not enough to, by any means, to say that they've evened out the game, but it is a start. It takes the first, you know, you have to continue doing fight after fight, and it starts with the first one. So maybe a little confidence boost there. Maybe they'll Lowered Expectations will be able to stay aggressive and get this game going. Genji harassing Spudmax here in the back, but it does X-Strike. Oh, Terrasar going for that that Sundering, but just overestimates how far Barber would be there. Trying to peel the... it did end up peeling Spudmax, though, pretty effectively, so everyone's okay there. I think this top may fall. Poppin' Fresh is up there, though, so he may be able to save this fort. But either way, whether it does or doesn't, it looks like it will not fall just yet. So no extra catapult coming through for Lowered Expectations just yet. But I think what they really need is Lowered Expectations has to... they have to quickly go and defend this dragon, for one thing. Oh, no, they have control over bottom, so they're okay for now. But yeah, I don't think that they can afford to give up another D Knight. It's going to be a little too powerful. So right now, focusing everybody on the bottom, but Papa Fresh is going to be able to get a quick cap on the objective. Yeah, so all random on middle age able to secure that Dragon Knight and also engaging onto. Oh, X-Strike's going to go clean up that kill onto the Kael'thas, and Mind Control goes through and just barely misses Kid Canuck, but it is almost a full retreat for Lowered Expectations as this Dragon Knight is already knocking down this shield pretty heavily. We've got a Kata coming in on the middle lane, and the rest of the team from all middle age, they smell blood in the water, and they want to finish this game out. And I believe they will be able to. This Dragon Knight still has about a quarter health. It's going down about the same rate as the core, so that'll be it for game number 2. And well played, all random, all middle-aged, shutting down the side of Lowered Expectations there. Yep, 12 kills to 4. Looks like Genji was involved in all 12, as well as Rhaegar, Sylvanas, all of them. So, just really doing a good job of 4-man picking up kills throughout the game. It looked really clean. A Nubarak engage followed up by the Sylvanas and Genji. It looked really, really strong. Hard to counter, hard to heal through. And, they pick up a 2-0 domination win there. I'll give them the win on the scoreboard and begin looking for... I'll go ahead and head up into a lobby and see if we can't find an interview. I suppose I should message somebody, huh? I should probably do that.
Hello.
Hello, welcome, Modus Trollins.
Hello, hello.
How you feeling after that dominant performance?
Pretty good. Adrenaline is pumping, I have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we felt really good after those 2 games.
It looked very clean. I guess we'll start with game 1. I mean, you guys chose the map, right? Battlefield of Eternity. And you picked what, to my eyes, seemed like not necessarily a race composition. It was more of a zone and a team fight composition. Is that kind of what your plan was, or did you feel like the race was plenty as well?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like I think early in the draft, they actually took Greymane from us that we wanted it. So
Ah,
um yeah, and then I think we pivoted after that because we were thinking if we got Chromie Greymane, we'd have really good race. And after they got Greymane, and they already had Li Ming, we figured we'd kind of lost that part. So we pivoted to team fighting. But then I think we just got lucky throughout the game. Like the positioning of when we were getting camps, I think we were often able to get to the enemy immortal before they were able to start. So I was actually surprised that we did as well on racing in some of the early ones as we did.
Yeah, that's true. Your race was faster than I expected it to be, like you say, in the beginning of the game. And then one thing I made a big note of, and I think you guys noticed it too, and is that the Chromie was able to use temporal loop just without any counter whatsoever. Just kind of whenever you guys wanted, you could pull someone into a target. Was that something that you guys knew you would be able to get away with against Malfrex's Deckard? Or did it just kind of work out that way?
Yeah, I mean we obviously we picked it, I think, before Deckard was
That's true,
picked.
right. Yeah, Deckard was picked
So we
after.
didn't, yeah, so we didn't know in draft if, it was going to be like an easy loop game.
Hmm.
But I think we're always looking for that opportunity. It's just like an easy way to punish a team if they don't take a cleanse. So I think after we saw that, yeah, we did call it out while the game was loading that that was going to be strong for us.
Yeah, it is so scary to see that coming through because then, when the person arrives, they've got a Murden stun coming through. They've got Blaze is going to contact stun. Tyker's grenade. I mean, there's Chromie, just all of Chromie's damage. It's like you could probably kill almost anybody with that sort of combo, except for maybe the tankiest of tanks. And even then, they're probably still not going to make it out alive.
Yeah, honestly, I was impressed with how they were able to save people a couple times just by getting up in our business, which I think is without a cleanse is absolutely the right way you have to play it.
Yeah, that's all you can do, really.
Yeah. So I think yeah, I think they did a good job as much as they could, but the cooldown on time loop is so low that you really can just throw it out if you see any opportunity. So it's hard to deal with for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the name of the game there, and you guys picked up. I can't remember the exact kill count to death ratio, but I think you only had one death
Hmm.
that game. So I think,
Yeah, yeah, that was Pop. He's been chastised
yeah,
appropriately
yeah.
for
Tell him
that.
he's a huge feeder for that one. So, but it was not too much of a different story going into game two. I mean, it was done in a different way, but you guys were no less dominant. I mean, is this something you guys practice? This like a Nubarak Genji kind of deal, or did it happen as a response to their draft?
Um, a lot of heroes that we've played before, yeah, we got in that draft. So, um, yeah, I think it was a comp we were comfortable with. And I think as a team, I think we do well with games where we can play macro hard. And so I felt like even though our comp was good and we were getting picks, I think a lot of it was on the back of just having um, good timings early game with getting camps and just being in the right place. So yeah, I think and it's unfortunate like for the other team, like if you fall a little bit behind and the other team has Sylve, it can kind of
Yeah,
get out of control. And we were able to get a fort on the first objective, which obviously we were really happy with, but I think was a bit better than we were expecting to. And I think it just, we were able to just capitalize on one thing and sort of keep building it up into more.
yeah. I think it was like 2 minutes and like 50 seconds. You guys got the first fort bottom, and you had the entire wall mid. And then the pressure just did not let up after that. You had Dahaka soaking off lane. You were still picking up kill after kill, kind of like a slow and steady pace of kills, really bullying the Kael'thas a little bit. And um, yeah, you guys did not let off the gas on that game. It was almost more, even though the score, like the kill to kill score, wasn't the same level of, I think the last was like 12-4 or something like that. But it was almost more
Hmm.
dominant than the first game because you just had so much macro pressure, so much kill pressure. Ah, man, it looked brutal. You guys just gave them no room to work with. So
Yeah, obviously really happy with that. I will say they, we did overextend a couple times and I think they punished us appropriately for that. Obviously we were really far ahead though, so it didn't, we were able to come back pretty quickly, but
Sure.
it's good on them. They didn't, literally let us take everything we wanted for free. So it was, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll leave the floor to you. Do you have any shout outs or additional comments?
Yeah, just shout outs to LE. We scrim with them a lot. They're great guys, and it was, they're fun games. And look forward to, because it's a double round robin, look forward to playing them again later in the season. Shout outs to my team, obviously. Everyone did really well tonight. And shout outs again to you for casting. Always great to get a cast, especially, it's the two teams fighting for the top spot. It makes it feel more exciting. So thank you.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really fun to watch, and yeah, I think the top slot fighters should definitely get a cast.
All right, well, thanks a lot. Catch you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks. Yep. We'll see you next time. All right. Thanks everybody for sticking around, and we will look for someone to raid here, perhaps. Let's see if I can find another NGS game for you guys to watch. And if not, yeah, I don't see anything going on at the moment. What else do we have? Who's here? Who's here in HOTS? Fan? We're not rating Fan. I guess we won't raid anybody. I want to raid a NGS caster, but unless I'm mistaken, I don't see anybody. So I'll go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll catch you next time.